We should die! We should die! Look! What is it, Thomas? Look at this! The days of incandescence are upon us!
Come with me.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
He's already rolling.
oh my gosh.
We're good to go. Sorry. Welcome back to What the FLX. We have Dave and myself.
I am Dave.
We've met us all before, I believe. Today is going to be a pretty special episode. We're going to be talking about the Days of Incandescence. Dave's sporting the gear. Got my little top hat. We're all ready. We're ready.
As ready as we can be.
So every October in Corning, we hold a festival called the Days of Incandescence. And I'm going to let Dave give you a little overview of what that means.
Yeah, I mean, the Days of Incandescence is based on an actual historic event that happened here in Corning, so it's unique to us. Thomas Edison, when he was making the incandescent lamps in 1879 and 1880, he got patents for those filaments that go inside that allowed the light bulbs basically to burn longer and hotter. But he needed glass for that to make it happen, and he reached out to Corning, and Corning Glassworks at the time made those first bulbs. So that unique story is kind of the inspiration behind the whole thing, but we kind of played with it and had fun with it and made it this supernatural story because apparently the person who blew that first bubble was one of the shop boys. It wasn't the master glass blower. It was like a 12-year-old boy working in the shop, and
Nice.
He swung his blowpipe and puffed a bubble of glass, and that's the shape that they needed. So it was the boy who did it, and then later on 3 men said, "Hey, that was me."
Yeah.
So we're
everybody
like,
wants credit,
yeah,
right?
right. So I mean, we get the opportunity to play with that because now there's a mystery. Well, who was the boy really? So we created these phantoms called gathers who show up every year to help get light out into the world during the Days of Incandescence. That's what the kind of impetus behind the story itself, and that's what led to the event.
So we have this event focused around that. We have special guests. We got entertainment, jugglers, blacksmiths, all these great activities going on. There's a libations crawl. There's horse and wagon rides. So this is a really great event. We span it over 3 days. So there's a few walking tours, historic walking tours they do throughout the Gaffer district with actors dressing up.
Corning is kind of transformed into 1880s Corning for a few days.
Yeah.
You see the folks walking on the street with their outfits on, the women with their long dresses, the men with their suits and their top hats.
Yeah,
and
it's fun.
It's pretty cool. You know, even kids are getting into it and dressing as newsies and stuff like that.
Yep.
So it's a lot of fun.
One of my favorite things is we actually have a special guest every year, the Headless Horseman.
Yeah.
Starts to get a little dark out, and this Headless Horseman comes over the bridge, and it's just everybody stops and it parades itself around the park and stuff. It's cool.
Looking for a new head. I'm just
my kids
saying,
were a little scared of it at
Yeah,
first.
I would be too. I mean,
we have this big frame, and we had got a picture of our family dressed up or whatever in front of this frame, and the horse had come up behind us. And so Nolan turns around, he jumps a little because there's a huge horse with a headless person on it right behind us. But it's very kid friendly though, even with that. But it's cool. So
it's spooky but not scary, I'd say.
Yeah.
The 3 days, because it's part celebration of Halloween and that supernatural element. And we talk about really it's a celebration of light, glass, and the magic that surrounds us.
Yep.
And we also talk about the fact that one of the themes in there is sharing the light. Obviously sharing the light by illuminating the world, but also sharing the light by, kindness, like positivity, sharing a good outlook,
Positive
a smile,
messages.
just being positive, right? Or sharing a good experience with other people, being kind and doing something, paying it forward, those types of things we try to encourage as well during the Days of Incandescence.
It's very unique too for around here too, like the event. So we've been doing this for several years, but
since 1880. No, not really.
Well, Dave, I
Since
wasn't alive in 1880, buddy, but
I was, but I was back there.
But every year, like we try to add new stuff and keep enhancing the entertainment side of things. The actors are great; they dance. We have a magician. There's a few other fun activities going on. The kids have a bunch of activities.
Yeah.
Story stations where we have actors telling stories from the time period and some history so they can learn.
Yeah, they're actually portraying residents of Corning from around right around 1880. So they actually represent real people. But they're interactive. It's fun. They engage with the kids. The other part, the actors who are in costume, we have vintage games from the Victorian era that kids can play. So like the hoop and stick and stuff. And I mean, it's just the energy is so great because there's just kids running around having a lot of fun, running around like they're supposed to be doing, playing the games, not wreaking havoc, hopefully, but just a lot of fun. There's the sights and smells. It's an old time festival. Mm-hmm. It's kind of again kind of like that farm market feel, but from that Victorian era. People, the vendors come in costume. A lot of the things that their artisans, the crafts are actually things that they would have done back then, like pottery and the glass making.
Yeah,
and
it's fun being there. And then my family always comes, and you see a bunch of friends and stuff, and the whole community comes out. People travel. We've had a lot of people from out of town come in, and they come every year now, and it's kind of like a tradition for them. So
yeah, I take it all in and just see how much fun people are having, and I will say it has evolved over the years, and just seeing the fun. People were there for almost the whole time, like for 4 hours, instead of just coming and leaving. I think it's just says a lot when they can just linger and have fun there. And we've got folk music, so we'll have a couple different bands playing folk
stuff
music
going on the whole evening.
There's going to be a lot of different entertainment. This year we're going to have a dance troupe doing a special dance of the Gathers, which will be fun. We didn't mention probably one of the biggest draws is going to be Eric Jones, world record pumpkin carver, and he's out of the Olean area, I believe, but he's going to be here from 2:30 to 6:30 on Saturday, the 25th, right in Centerway Square.
That's cool.
Carving. He's pretty awesome. Yeah, the guy's cool, and he really works well with the kids and really engages them and shows them, gives them some tips on techniques to use at home.
Last year, he let a kid come up and help him do some carving and stuff. So that was cool. Very interactive for the kid.
Yeah, he's great. Very engaging with the audience. So that's a lot of fun.
Wowie, Mrs. Ives, look at this, the Days of Incandescence. Seems like they've got some kind of libations crawl going on.
Your favorite event by
Oh,
far.
I love to drink.
So one of my favorite things we have is Archibald's Libations Crawl.
Oh, yeah.
That happens the Friday of Days of Incandescence every year.
Yes.
And absolute blast. So on Market Street, we get craft beverage vendors, distilleries, wineries, breweries, and they come out and they set up. And we encourage people to come and dress up and have fun and engage with all of us. Along the way, you take a little stroll around Market Street and sample all these delicious beverages. But you interact with people from the 1800s, 1880s, and they kind of do interactive discussions with each other, and it's just a really cool. So people will gather around and take in these people that are walking the streets and they're at the different locations, kind of telling stories. Sometimes you catch them kind of going back and forth to each other and stuff, and that's entertainment.
Yeah.
One of them did a somersault last year on the sidewalk, so that was intentionally. He did not get hurt, but intentionally.
Was it a flip or a somersault?
It was a somersault.
Okay,
yeah, he was fully on the ground.
Okay, because I wouldn't be able to do a cartwheel or a flip, but I might be able to do a somersault. So, the libations crawl, I will say, so you mentioned there's also a meadery, hopefully some cider, but we're working on that. But, some really great libations from the region that'll be here. There's 12 shops, so the people, get to go into the shops and see them as well. I mean, it's trick or treat for adults, right? I mean, kids get all the fun.
One of the things I like about it, too, is we have a nice setup of a big frame that we have, and the people get their selfies and they get pictures, and it's really a great photo op in Centerway with the clock tower behind it and stuff. So it's just fun to watch because people really just let loose and have a good time, and they don't care that they're dressed up. They're having a good time. They're there hanging with their friends, and it's a really positive environment. I had a blast. It's been great. So I'm excited. That's what I'm excited for this year.
That's cool. Well, we're glad that it's working. Yeah.
So for the final pitch, all this information's online at daysofincandescence.com. Walking tours and libations crawl have tickets you need to purchase ahead of time, but you can find schedules on there, information about all these different acts and stuff. So we encourage you to take a look at it and see what you think, and come out and see us this year. And
I will say, Quinn also kind of alluded to that we have a few new items this year. There's a really neat coin, that. Look at that.
Nice.
That
Oh,
Look at that.
Nice.
A nice little coin that some folks will be receiving. And it basically goes back to that share the light, sharing a message of positivity and kindness. So these will be, some folks will be receiving these. And if you want to take a look.
Yeah.
And a few other things. We got a few surprises. We don't want to give everything away. There'll be some fun stuff for people to experience that we're not going to talk about just yet.
Bring your family,
Yeah,
friends.
it's family friendly. It's a lot of fun.
Everyone's welcome. So
Even us. So it tells you something.
cool. That's good. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, you're actually on set today, so
I am on set.
You can just end it when you want.
I could. And I'm going to just say, stay spooky.
You remember what Mr. Denton said? The ghosts, the ghouls, the lights? I think we found them. It's the perfect time of night and the perfect time of year. It's October. Come with me.